No comeback magic for the Chicago Bulls in this game as they are down 120 to 119 to the Dallas Mavericks at home. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Haize, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get it back into this one, man. Unfortunately, no comeback magic for the Chicago Bulls tonight. It sucks. They were close, though. It sucks, man. Yeah, it sucks, man. The Bulls, it felt like this was going to be another game there for a second where the Bulls are going to have some kind of magical comeback or do something crazy, and it didn't happen this time, man. They fall just short of having a big comeback against the Dallas Mavericks, and this is a game where the Bulls just lacked energy throughout most of this game, and it highlights the importance of playing a full 4 quarters of basketball with energy. Now, listen, the Bulls were never going to win every remaining game left. Right now, the Bulls fall to 41 losses on the season, which means at best they can finish at 500 this season. We'll see how close they can get to that, but the Bulls just eventually it was going to happen, right? Eventually, every team runs into that momentum where they just don't have it. They run out of momentum, I should say. And this felt like that game for the Chicago Bulls. You got 25 points from Coby White, going 8 of 16 from the field, 11 rebounds, 2 assists. You get 25 points from Nikola Vucevic with 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. And Buzelis leads the Chicago Bulls in scoring today with 28 points, going 10 of 17 from the field, 5 of 7 from three-point range, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block as well for Buzelis, 13 points for Zach Collins off the bench, 8 for Dalen Terry, 4 for Julian Phillips. Patrick Williams goes 0-3 in this game. And as I said, the Bulls just didn't have the momentum that they've been playing with. That was evident very early on. Maybe the number of games that the Bulls have faced just caught up with them in that case. Not really throwing them any bail, but maybe that was the reason why they just seemed not their usual edge in themselves today. The vibe was definitely off. It felt like in this game they tried to catch fire there towards the end, which I got to give them credit for, right? I want to be clear here because they could have easily just let this game go in the fourth quarter. They kept making it interesting down the stretch. When you look at this game for the Bulls, since March 15th, right, which was 14 days ago, the Bulls have played 8 games in 14 days. I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but like that's not a whole lot of rest in between those games. So, and they don't get a whole lot of rest now. They get 1 day off, and then they're back Monday on the first of a back-to-back against the OKC Thunder. Then they face Toronto Raptors on Tuesday, and then the Portland Trailblazers Friday, and then Sunday against Charlotte. So we're into the final leg of our season, right? And so the Bulls have 8 games left now on the year. We'll see how they finish over those last 8 games, what the record is that they can finish with. They're going to have to discover some energy, but this just is a reminder that nothing comes easy, no matter the amount of momentum you've played with, how you've played over the last couple of games. You got to be able to lock in there, and the Bulls just did not have it today. 19 turnovers today is really what doomed the Chicago Bulls. It's hard to come back at that, right? They had 27 points off turnovers, did the Dallas Mavericks, to the Bulls only 9 points off turnovers. It's hard to win games like that, right? So the Bulls got to tighten that part of the basketball up. They also gave up 64 points in the paint today. You got to be better than that. So it was a rough game. And this is one of those games as well. Josh Giddey initially got benched in the fourth quarter. Now he did come back into the lineup, which is really good. But Billy Donovan decided to go with Dalen Terry, and Dalen immediately makes a big stop on Spencer Dinwiddie. So, Billy's still been, trying to mix up his coaching a little bit. Still personally don't understand why, we can't get Jalen Smith in there. This is one of those games where I think Jalen's size, his rebounding, his ability to stretch the floor maybe would have helped a little bit in this game as well. pull out one of those bigs. But Billy Donovan decided to go with a much smaller rotation in the second half of this game, and Patrick Williams, after him playing a big role in the win over the Lakers, Patrick Williams just disappeared tonight, man. He only played 7 minutes in the entirety of the second half of this game. And honestly, he probably shouldn't even have played that much. Those minutes should have gone to Jalen Smith, is the way that I look at it. Regardless of who played in the first half, those minutes probably should have gone to Jalen Smith, because Patrick Williams just gave us nothing today. Patrick Williams was objectively terrible today. Now, I'm not blaming this loss on Patrick Williams. It was a lot more than that. P. Will did have 3 of our 19 turnovers, but I mean, you look at Coby had 4 turnovers, Herter had 3 turnovers, Giddey had 4 turnovers, Vuce had 3 turnovers. So, I'm not blaming the loss on P. Will, but it sure would have been nice for P. Will to be able to step up and play a little bit better for the Bulls in a game like this, right? Modest brought the energy. He was the only one that brought that had energy consistently in this game where the Bulls needed it. And yeah, and for that, he was rewarded. 38 minutes played by Modest Buzelis today. And Billy Donovan really trying to find some energy for this team. Modest was the only one bringing it. And so I really like the fact that Billy Donovan was not afraid to go to Modest very, very early, and to keep him in the game and just, ride the momentum that Modest did have. He was the only one really playing with any momentum at times in this game. Coby came alive at times, right? I don't want to make it seem like everybody was just playing lethargic out there for the full 48 minutes. But overall, like, the Bulls just were missing a lot, man. A lot of what's made this recent run by the Bulls special, they missed a lot of that today. So let's hope that we can get it back, man. That's all we can really hope for, that the Bulls play much better. And let's see if they can, man. Let's see if they can play better. That's really all I can say in this case, man. I'm really disappointed if you guys can't tell, I'm really disappointed by this loss, because this was a game that the Bulls could have gotten. And I don't mean that like it was a cake, it was a walk in the park or anything like that for the Bulls. No, I'm not saying that. Like, this Dallas Mavericks team has been playing much better basketball, inspired basketball, really for the last like week or so. So I don't want to make it seem like it's all on the Bulls just playing with energy. They got to execute, right? But it's unfortunate, bro. That's just the word I keep going back to with this one. It is really just unfortunate that the Bulls just could not find a way to play with a little bit better energy in this one, man. Because this was a game that could have been there for him, despite, some of the things. Shout out to Anthony Davis as well. 18 points on 23 shots. Shout out to Day-to-Day Davis. Sydney says, you win some, you lose some. Stinks to be on such a high to lose tonight. Let's bounce back next game. That's all we can. That's all we can do, right? And we got the OKC Thunder next game. The Bulls better be locked in for that game. That's the first of a back-to-back. They better be locked in for that one. The Deep Dish Digest says, because he was not playing well. You talking about, bro? Talking about P. Will, or you talking about Giddey? I don't know who you're talking about, because I'm reading this well after you left the comment. Refs definitely did blow it. I mean, yeah, they on that last call, like, yeah, but the Bulls really shouldn't have been in that position, right? They shouldn't have been in that position. I like the fight of this team, but man, we need some defense this offseason. We definitely could use some defense, some switchability this offseason. The Bulls beat themselves, honestly. Too many turnovers, and they didn't get stops down the stretch. Yeah, no defense and turnovers. It's hard to win games like that. It's hard to win games when your defense isn't locked in, and then on top of that, you're having bad. Out of the Bulls 19 turnovers, 9 of them were rated as bad passes. I don't know if I agree with that. That's where stats isn't always the best, because I feel like some of those turnovers by the Bulls were more than just bad passes. I think more than just 9 of those were bad passes personally. But it is what it is when it comes down to it. Refs with those BS fouls, bro, shit's sad. I mean, why was Giddey benched? Giddey was benched, but because he wasn't playing good defense, and Billy Donovan wanted to mix up with the defense, and he got it. Dalen Terry came in and played much better defense. Why still Zach LaVine in the intro? Did you notice Michael Jordan, Derrick Rose? The intro is based off some of the best highlights from Bulls history. So LOL that. Like, common sense. Did you see anything that was a recent highlight in there? Like, people don't make me put you on the Summer Jam screen. All right. Don't make me do it, bro. Don't make me do it. Right now we focus on this loss. Don't be the victim today. You don't want to be the story. I can promise you that. I know this loss was on a few players, but Vooch missing the clutch free throw decided the game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, listen, that definitely. Well, if you're looking at the one play, right, like that definitely was it. And it's unfortunate. Like I said, you win some, you lose some. Is really what it comes down to. Vooch got to be better. He absolutely needs to be better, but I can't blame it on just that, because the position that the Bulls are in as well was one that they were put in because of everything that happened over the course of this game. So, it's a result based off that. Giddey was due for a bad game. All those defensive concerns come right back. Yeah, I mean, listen. Every player, if anybody thought that you were never going to get another bad Josh Giddey game because of the streak he was on, I don't know. And I'm not saying that's what you're saying, BR. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying anybody who, like, because there are going to be those Josh Giddey haters. Ha ha! How about Josh Giddey now? And it's like, yeah, he was going to have a bad game. Every player has a bad game. Like, greats have bad games. So yeah, Giddey having a bad game, it was going to happen at some point. It happens to every player. That's not unique to Josh Giddey. It's going to happen to everybody on the court at some point in time. It just is what it is. Those turnovers hurt the Bulls. Giddey should blame himself after this game. If he just played a little better, they could have won. Well, it's not. No, he shouldn't just blame himself. I'm sorry. No, you take that as a team, because it's more than that. It's supposed to have been Modest takeover game. I mean, listen, Modest. I love to see Modest have a game like this. Like, regardless of the result, it's good to know that he can have games like this, right? Because we may need a lot more of Modest. Like, really, when you look at it going into next season, as of right now, by what we know, right? By what we know, I mean, you're looking at probably what, Coby, Giddey, and Modest being your three leading scorers probably next season, right? Especially if Modest takes a leap. So, you want to see Modest be able to have games like this, because there are going to be times where we definitely need him to have games like this. So, Giddey need to stop rushing, please. Moreover, Giddey sometimes overpassing lead to turnovers. Mavs is a pure defense that Luka left the game. I mean, I don't think they're just pure defense, but it is. I mean, listen, we got cooked tonight. That's just no excuses. I mean, there are reasons, but no excuses. We got cooked tonight. Everybody holds that L, right? Because everybody had a place in that L. So, it is what it is, man. And again, shout out to the Dallas Mavericks. They were a hell of a coach team today. They're playing really, really good basketball here over the last week or so. I think they've won now 4 out of their last 5, something like that. But you look at every starter for them scoring in double figures. Clay with 20 points off 13 shots, really good. You got 14 off the bench from Najee Marshall, another 12 from Brandon Williams off the bench. They got 6 players scoring in double digits, getting in turnovers, getting points, over 60 points in the paint. It's not just luck by the Dallas Mavericks either. Like, they were well coached tonight, right? Got to listen, as much as we're going to talk shit, we got to give credit where even our opponents do some good things. And the Dallas Mavericks did some good basketball things today. We all know we're going to have our ups and downs, but still love to see how this team will grow together throughout their highs and lows. I'm here for all. C-Red. Absolutely agree with you, right? And I think that this is another one that, I've said it before. We can't act yet like the Bulls aren't going to have a lottery pick, no matter how low it is, because as it stands right now, they'll probably still have a lottery pick. So, we'll see what happens, man. Lloyd in the building says, where is Smith? Is he holding him back for the play-in? No, Billy Donovan just doesn't know how to operate with that many bigs. He just doesn't. Like, again, that's not even a shot at Billy Donovan. He just does not know how to manage a rotation with that many bigs that deserve to play. He doesn't get creative in his lineups. So, let me not say he doesn't ever get creative in his lineups, because one of the lineups that helped put us back in this game was a very creative lineup. I think it was Kevin Huerter, Julian Phillips, Dalen Terry, Zach Collins. I can't remember who the 5th guy was out there. Maybe it was Josh Giddey for a bit of a stretch, but they helped get us back in that game, man. This was Modest game. They stopped going to him. I mean, listen, Modest has hit a bit of a rookie wall. I just want to see in the fourth quarter. He had 5 shots in the fourth quarter. He still had tied for the most shots with Coby White in the fourth quarter. So, and he played all 12 minutes of the fourth quarter. So I can't say that they necessarily stopped going to him, but he went 2 of 5. He didn't shoot the ball overly efficiently. Wasn't terrible either, but him and Coby both went 2 of 5 in the fourth quarter, and they both played all 12 minutes. You need both of them to be better. Both of them to be better. And you know, again, I'm not just coming down on Modest for that. They both need to be better in those times. Which quarter do you think the Bulls are the strongest in? I mean, it really fluctuates game to game. It just is what it is. It's definitely game to game. But you know, it just happens. Imagine if first of all, Alejandro, let's get it together. First of all, thank you for shining my shoes earlier. I appreciate you for that. They're very shiny. I appreciate that. But listen, first of all, if you're gonna come in here and have a take about your team, at least have it be an actual basketball take. We can respect that. You come in here trying to troll for another team's chat because you don't have your own, and it's bad enough, my boy, that you're selling chilaquiles down on the border. And, you know, that's all fine and dandy. Make your living the best way that you can, my boy. I understand that we all need stolen leather from time to time. We get that. But just because you're over here sweating bean pies off the back of your neck does not mean that you can come in here and troll people, my boy. Get it together, all right? Like, have some pride in your team, but actually have some pride by being smart. Don't come in here to get cooked, Alejandro. Let's get it together. Your abuela was not sucking dick in the back of Jeeps, so you can be here getting cooked on a YouTube channel, my boy. It's come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, it's bad enough that your franchise traded Luka Doncic. I know that you need everything that you can get, but my boy, calm down, bro. Calm down. It's bad enough you running around here in Dallas with man titties, a fat neck, and your girlfriend looks like Oh, I'm not gonna roast your girl, but calm your bitch ass down, my boy. This is Chicago. You can get absolutely roasted in this motherfucker, my boy. Okay, get your life together. Okay, all right. Abuela did not do all that for you, my boy. Calm down, my guy. Chill. Dumbass, bro. Jesus. Now back to the show, so we can get back to the regularly scheduled programming. Hold on, let me pin these super chats so I don't lose them. Give Dallas credit. We were just gassed versus the Lakers, but hey, another game where we almost came back and Dallas was just in this. Listen, I mean, Dallas played a hell of a game. Definitely played a hell of a game. Giddey looked sleepy out there, dude. 22. Y'all know he was in them streets after the Lakers game. Oh, listen, first of all, that's crazy. That's crazy. As much as Giddey was targeted defensively, so was Coby at times. There were many reasons as to why we lost this game. For the most part, Mavs just outworked the Bulls. They did. They definitely outworked us. Should they draft Derek Queen? I mean, he's definitely somebody that should definitely be on their board. I definitely think he should be on their board. Coby played great, 25 points, even though the D was raw. First of all, what a choice of words there, my boy. That's crazy. That's a hell of a choice of words there. Can we start pushing Jalen for P. Will's minutes? Let P. Will go into the offseason and work on his game and mental. The season is another wash for P. Will. His only role right now is guarding. I mean, he had some big shots in the last game, but he got to get it together. He definitely got to get it together. Someone tell Alejandro, at least our front office didn't trade a generational player not entering his prime yet. Talking about win now and for the future with injury-prone players. Exactly. That's crazy. It's crazy that we expect genuine wins from this team based on their level of play lately. It used to be the opposite where we expect the losses. That's a great point. That's a very great point. That is a great point. Energy wasn't fully there today. They'll bounce back, probably an adrenaline hangover from the Lakers game. Would love to see Collins close the game for the defensive purposes. Yeah, but I mean that shot that Vooch did hit, even though he missed the free throws. Like, I don't know if you have that if it wasn't for that. But you know, I get what you're getting at for sure. Sub drip, tough hard fought loss. Didn't have enough to close the deal and overcome the game with as many miscues we had at times. The effort and resilience of the squad has been great to see. It's been great to see. Definitely great to see down the stretch of this one, man. Oh, my bad. Defense was all over Coby today. Defense definitely was, and that's something Coby's going to have to learn how to deal with, right? Because Coby is now the player that teams are going to be scheming for, right? They're going to scheme to try to get the ball out of his hands, and which is difficult to do. And I got to commend Billy Donovan, and for that matter, how the players play together. Teams are trying to keep the ball from getting in Coby's hands, but if you see, the Bulls are very, very intentional about getting the ball in Coby's hands and allowing him to do what he does based off that. And when you're considering that he's playing out there with a point guard like Josh Giddey, and they're still finding ways to get the ball in Coby's hands, I mean, it's really good scheming that Billy Donovan and his coaching staff is doing. It just didn't pay off for us today. That's just it. It just didn't pay off for us. In the back of the Jeep is great. The ones with no doors, too. It is what it is, man. Coby not getting player of the month after this. Well, one game isn't going to stop that. I hate to tell you that, Mr. Meek. Like, and let's not act like Coby had a terrible game. He had over 20 points on good efficiency. Like, it was solid efficiency. So, it is what it is when it comes down to that, man. Like, he's going to have a bad game. Bulls need to work out on their card. Well, they're best conditioned team in the league. I mean, but you play 8 games in 14 nights. That's difficult. And you switch time zones over that as well. That's a little difficult, man. We got some good defensive guard rotations in Io, Lonzo Ball if he plays, and Trey Jones if we keep him. Giddey's even improving. I want more center and power forward defensive depth. Listen, I would love nothing more if the Bulls found a way to get either Asa Newell, Kaman Malawak, or Derek Queen. If they can get either of those 3 players, I'm great. If you can then trade into the end of the first round and somehow pull out getting a JT Toppin or somebody who's slated to go around 20th, it'd be a perfect draft for us. It's not going to happen, but I'm just saying it'd be perfect. Alejandro, the strat is filled with demons, and Haize is the devil. Leave homie alone before you get burned. I mean, listen, Alejandro, I understand, bro. When you wake up every single day and you got to worry about ice kicking in your door, it's a scary place to live. But it is what it is, man. We're gonna let him live. It is what it is. I hope that he enjoyed this game today and this win today, because it's not like they got a generational player there. Oh, you had one of those. You traded him at 25 years old. That's crazy. That would send anybody into a shock. That was just crazy. At the end of the day, we didn't give it away like past times. Exactly. Like, again, like you watch this game, the story of this game was very clear and evident. Like, they just didn't have it. Which draft prospect is the best if they want someone to anchor the defense? We'll talk about that when we get into the draft, man. We'll talk about that when we get into the draft. Your franchise can't draft. Well, we got a draft pick that just almost killed y'all tonight. Let's talk about the fact that y'all draft history, other than drafting Luka, which y'all just traded away. It's bad. Like let's be clear, my boy. Like, since you want to keep going, right? It's like let's go ahead and keep going. So first of all, the fact that your mama walks in the door and steps on her titties is already a bad enough problem, right? Because you're already tripping things up. But then let's take it a step further than that, right? The fact that you are looking like a chimichurri, like a churro is crazy, bro. Like, and your girl's titties drip out chimichurri, and you're just sitting there sucking on the nipple for what? Green goo? Like, bro, chill out, man. I get it. It's enough reason to be hyped. You're not gonna win a roasting battle here, though, my boy. Okay, calm down, man. We all love nachos, right? We all love them. Go make some nachos. Put some chorizo on them motherfuckers. I need extra sour cream. I need that guac sauce, and get it together, my boy. It's okay, man. Chill out, bro. Chill out. All right. It's all right, bro. Just stop. Just stop. Your whole generation is all going to be mad at you because of this, my boy. All right. I guarantee, bro. Like, come on, man. When your grandpappy was climbing that fence, he ain't do that so you can get cooked in YouTube. One, man, calm down, bro. All right. All right. Chill out. Chill out. Knew this game would be a trap. I can't call it a trap game because the Dallas Mavericks have been playing really good basketball over the last 6 games. So I can't call it that. P. Will is the right scenario now. He's a role player. You can't bet on him consistently, but for a role player, he's perfect. Does a little bit of everything. He doesn't do it consistently enough for that. I can't say that. I can't say he's the perfect role player. We definitely need a shot blocker too. Well, we got one in Modest Buzelis, right? We just need another one in as an actual center. I think that would definitely help. Here, I'm late, man, but I don't care what no one says at this point. This is the Bulls. Seeing Clay be happy as fuck to get one over on the Bulls lets me know the league is on notice and don't want the smoke. I mean, hey, if teams are circling you on their calendar and realizing that they got to bring their best, it is what it is, man. Haize goes to 10 real quick. Isabella had nothing to do with this. Yes, she did. Because if she would have chose better jeans and a better dick to sit on, we wouldn't have this dumb motherfucker in here, bro. So what are you talking about? Hey, at least this was a competitive game and they lost by one, unlike the Kings who got their backs blown out. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point there. That's definitely a good point. We'll see, man. We'll see, bro. Overall, you're gonna lose some games. You're gonna lose. They were never gonna win all of these games. They're never gonna win all these games. So it is what it is, man. I like the big guy from Auburn. A lot of people like him. A lot of people like the big guy from Auburn. We can't turn the ball over like this against. Oh no, you cannot turn the ball over like this against the OKC Thunder. You turn the ball over like this against the Thunder, you are going to get cooked. Absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked. I already read that one. Alejandro, I'm calling Ice, man. That's hilarious. Modest had a good game. The team seemed to be out of it after the emotional win against the Lakers. Let's see how they bounce back. Yeah, I mean, 8 games in 14 nights. You went from the West Coast back into Central Time Zone in that time period as well. Again, I'm not giving the Bulls should have been in this game better than what they were. I'm just saying that there are definitely some things you got to look at into this one. Hey, I understand that we're going to lose some games, but at the same time, losing like this and knowing that we could have controlled it really pisses me. I mean, that's basketball, though, Shay. A lot of losses and things are in your control. Not always, but a lot of stuff is in your control. Daniel says, "Hey, Hayes, big learning curve. Next game against OKC, turnovers and poor execution won't cut it." Oh no, you turn the ball over like you did today. It's done. It's done. As one of the few Mavs unbiased fans left, Bulls had me nervous because Bulls been cooking lately. It was a fun game. Yeah, it was a fun game. Definitely a fun game. Billy's low-key going in on P. Will in the press conference right now. It's very indirect dialogue, but you can get the point. He appeared fed up with P. Will. Expect changes soon. Good. And again, every player is going to play bad, but the fact is that P. Will was actively hurting his team today. He's actively hurting his team today. And he wasn't the only one. He wasn't the only one. But P. Will is just such a interest because when P. Will looks good, you can easily fall in love with the things that P. Will does well. But then when you start looking at him in a bigger scope on how often he does them well, it starts painting a different picture where you're looking at him and you're like, listen, every 5 games having a big impact is great and all, but you need a little bit more than that, especially if you're trying to be a team that's going to be a playoff team, right? So, we'll see what happens there, man. Overall, I hope that I still hope that P. Will can get it together. Call me crazy. I still hope that P. Will can get it together and turn into a consistent performer for this team. But it just keeps passing. Good chance Thursday game is the peak of the Bulls season. That game was crazy. That game was listen, that was one of the most fun Bulls games I've seen in a very long time. So, it is what it is there, man. But all right, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all so much for everything, man. Y'all are amazing for the support, especially on a Saturday night after a loss, man. That's crazy. Question, Haize, if you I know you don't trust management, but has your perspective changed at all based on how quickly they pivoted that last offseason and early in the year after moving Levine? Here's the thing, right? Great question to end the stream on. I'll say this much. AK has done more good than I think we've all given him credit for. Some of the contracts have been really good. Some of them, of course, have been bad. I think some of his trades are definitely have paid off more than maybe what we initially thought that they would as well. AK has to prove that he can bring it all home. That just is what it is. He has to prove that he can build something sustainable. And I think that's a fair thing to say about AK at this point. Can he do it? I'm sure he has the ability to. Let's hope that he can. But he's shown, like I said, that he gets at least another chance. And we'll see what the future holds for that one, man. But all right, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys are following us at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. BullCentralPod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that's thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And like I like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See red if you can, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.